Chapter 1. Shadow of the Traitor. Luca Romano knew that this game stands on the fine balance of faith and deception. But what happened at the port last night was broken. His younger brother Marco is still in the hospital. 3 were shot but didn't die. That is the most important. Because Marco knows someone has betrayed them. Luca caught her cigarette. Her eyes were black, bloodthirsty. Some of his most trusted people are sitting in the secret house behind the restaurant. Vito, his right hand. Angelo, the old soldier, who has been shot for the Romano family for the past 20 years. Carlo is new but wise, but not so credible. No one else but an enemy is among them. When Marco wakes up, I will know the truth, Luca said slowly. Angelo moved a little. Vito looked around with a cautious eye. Carlo sat in a cold mouth. Suddenly the door knocks. A boy entered, minor but fear in the face. He looked at Luke and said, "Boss, the police arrived at the hospital." Luca was not too late for a moment. He knew that if the police arrived first, Marco might not be able to open his mouth. "Get out of the car," she said. "We have to go to the hospital." Chapter 2. The roar of the gun in the hospital. When Luca reached the hospital, it was 3 o'clock in the night. The corridors empty, the smell of chlorine in the air. But one thing is not right. The guard is not standing in F Chapter 3. Night of Revenge. Luca's head exploded. His most trusted man? His right-hand man? Vito? But it all matched. Vito always knew everything. He knew what would happen in the port, where the attack would be. Now he might know Luca was looking for him. This is a war. "Angelo, Carlo," Luca said slowly. "Find Vito. We have to finish him off tonight." Angelo nodded, loading the pistol. Carlo hesitated a moment. "Boss, what if he falls for a trap?" Luca smiled coldly. "He wants to trap me? In this city?" Then he adjusted his coat, lit a cigarette, and said, "Let the war begin." Raunt of the door. Luca ran straight in front of the room and stopped. The door's lightly open. The tone of the throat is coming from the inside. He was not late. Pistol pulled out of his pocket, opened the door on a latch. Boom! A shot shouted. The window next to the window was crushed. Luca looked and saw a man wearing a mask, standing in the gun, next to Marco bed. "How dare you!" Luca rose, the pistol looked. But it's too late. The man jumped through the window. Luca quickly approached Marco. His brother's eyes open, half open, lips moving. "Brother!" Marco's throat trembles. He was us. Someone in the team. Luca's eyes were on fire. "Who? Say the name!" Marco whispered and said a name. Vito. Chapter 4. Betrayal and Revenge. Luca knows that Vito is now hiding in the shadows, but not for long. Vito thought that Luca would plan slowly. But he was wrong. Luca takes revenge without delay, in the dark of night. In search of prey, Luca has received information. He set off for the club with Angelo, Carlo, and 5 loyal soldiers. Vito can go to the only safe place in the city right now, La Rosa Club. This was Salvatore Bianchi's area. Salvatore and Luca were once allies, but now... We will know whether the enemy will be friend or not. That will be known at night, Luca told himself. La Rosa Club. Death awaits 2:35 a.m. La Rosa Club is bustling. Gambling tables, bottles of wine, girls' laughter, it's all going on. But beneath this celebration, there is a suppressed excitement. When Luca entered, there was a deafening silence. Because everyone knows that wherever Luca Romano goes, death follows. Salvatore did not welcome him. He stood in a corner and just watched. This was his territory. If Luca made a mistake here, there would be gunfire. But Luca did not make mistakes. He slowly approached the table where Vito was sitting. He was sitting very casually, holding a glass of whiskey. "Boss," Vito laughed. "You don't know what the real story is." Luca paused for a moment. Was Vito really the traitor, or was someone else behind the whole thing? "You wanted to kill my brother," Luca roared. Vito put the glass down on the table. Then he said slowly, "No, Luca. Not me. But the one who did this is still among us." "What were you saying?" "If your brother were alive, he would have named the real traitor," Vito whispered. "And that traitor knew, so he set you up after me." "Then who?" Vito took a breath, paused for a second, and said, "Carlo." Chapter 5. The Final Game. Luca's hand slowly moved to the pistol at his waist. Carlo? The new boy? So Vito is innocent? So Carlo wanted to kill Marco? But why? "Are you trying to fool me, Vito?" Luca's voice was terribly cold. "If I were a traitor, I wouldn't still be here," Vito said. "I would have run." "It's true." "So where is Carlo?" Angelo suddenly whispered. "Boss, Carlo is gone." The final fight. The blood of a traitor. Luca came out. Cars were parked in an alley behind the club. A black shadow was moving toward one of the cars. "Carlo!" The shadow turned for a moment. Then it ran. Boom! A shot rang out, breaking Carlo's leg. Carlo fell, screaming. Luca slowly walked towards him, his eyes burning like hellfire. "You wanted to kill my brother?" Luca roared. "You thought I wouldn't know?" "You betrayed me, Carlo?" Carlo whispered, trembling. "You don't know, Luca. It's not just me." "Then who else?" "Salvatore." Chapter 6. The beginning of a new war. Everything was starting to come together. Salvatore, Luca's old friend, was playing the game behind his back. The attempt to kill Marco, the plot to turn Luca against Vito, a web of betrayal, it was all Salvatore's plan. But Salvatore had made a mistake. He had let Luca Romano live. "What do we do now, boss?" Vito whispered. Luca lit a cigarette. His eyes burned like devils through the smoke. Then he said slowly, "The war will begin." Chapter 7. The Fire of Revenge. New enemies, old scores. Luca knew that Salvatore Bianchi would not give up easily. He had once been Luca's ally. They had done business together, shared the streets. But times had changed. Now Salvatore wanted the whole city under his control. Carlo, the traitor, was writhing under Luca's feet. "You wanted to kill my brother. I will not let you live," Luca said, his finger on the trigger of his Glock. "Please, boss, don't kill me." Carlo was shaking. "I was only following Salvatore's orders." Luca was silent for a second. Then he suddenly said coldly, "Then go back to Salvatore, but I will take a message with me." He pulled out his pistol. Boom! A bullet hit Carlo in the knee. Carlo screamed, falling to the ground. "Tell Salvatore the blood of the Romano family is never in vain. I'm coming now." Vito stepped forward and said, "Boss, our men are ready. Just give the order and the war will begin." Luca blew out smoke. Let it begin. Chapter 8. Death across the city. The first strike. Salvatore knew Luca was coming, but Luca came without warning. That night, as the doors to Salvatore's casino were closing, the attack occurred. Boom! 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 Luca's men opened fire in all directions. Several of Salvatore's guards immediately fell to the ground. "Go forward!" Luca roared, raising his gun. The casino door burst open. Luca's soldiers rushed in as if death had arrived. This is no ordinary fight. This is a battle for control of the city. Salvatore's trap. But Salvatore Bianchi is no ordinary gangster. When Luca entered, he knew something was wrong. Silence all around. No resistance. Suddenly, click! Sniper! A bullet ricocheted past. "Take cover!"